Grand rise, grand rise, grand rise. Divine rising, grace, divine rising, blessed be to the day. Show your work. The progress, the trust is in the work. Your potential is in the progress or in the process. Show your work. One thing that I've learned is just how important showing your work is. And what I mean by showing your work, I'm not speaking on from this level of show that you're doing something. I mean from the space of showing that you're open to the result. I want you to show that you're open to the result. I want you to, because when we come to our works, I'll use that for an example. The process that when I say trust the process, what some will do is they'll take the aspects of the process, like what I do in a process, and you're trusting it without reinforcing it. So what I mean by showing your work is your work right there in front of you, right in front of yourself. You're looking at what you're doing. You have a line by line, whether it's that journaling, going into your journal, in building yourself. All of these aspects of building yourself. It's not going to be simply, I did this, this, and this. Have something to be able to look back on to see your progress. This is how you start to trust the progress or trust the process. For a lot of us, we come into that space and we're doing our work. You can be doing the work, but if you're not showing or giving yourself something that shows what you're doing your work with, when it comes time for you actually to sit back and admire and look at the progress and see how far you came, you really don't have anything to fall back on. Because you depended on something external to hold you into that, to hold that space for you. And you'll always take yourself through this same exact process of, well, I did this, this, and this, and I did this, this, and this, because it's based on the mind, because it's based in the mindset of trying to multitask, trying to get a bunch of things done at once to say that I did something. What I mean by showing your work is that aspect of me going to the gym, is that work is for nobody else but me. Me going to the gym, me programming my day, me programming my intentions, setting my mood, setting everything, that's for me in my day. Everything that I do when I set up to go to the gym. That's not for anybody else, because if I go in the mindset of trying to be there for everybody else in the space, if I try to go there in the mindset of like worried about everybody else within the space, I'm always going to be trying to show the worth of my work to them. I'm always going to put myself in a position where the only way that I'm seen, the only way that I show my work is being in the expectations of others. I expect no one to get my process. But I accept people's perspectives and perceptions of my process. If they're open enough, I can give them the game. I can give them the information about my progress. What I do, what it takes to do this, I can give the whole explanation. Because for me, I'm showing myself the work. It's in alignment with me showing my work. I'm not showing my work for the need or the want of the expectations of something outside of me to be like, oh, you've been doing a lot of good work. I can accept. This gives me the balance to be able to accept if anybody tells me anything, whether it be something super negative, super positive, whatever it may be. Hey, you look great. Hey, I like this. Oh, that shit looks stupid. I can take those both in balance. Because I'm not looking to react. I'm going to respond in, oh, thank you. What do you like about it? Or what do you not like about it? Balance. I'm not going based on that reaction. Showing your work, showing your true work, and trusting the purpose of where you're going into your space for today especially going into these next 10 days of what I'm doing. These are the last 10 days of my fast. I'm showing my work by everything that I'm doing, putting into that space while I'm doing it. I'm still able to go to the gym, accomplish that for myself. I'm still able to do all of the works that I'm doing. I accomplished that. So it changes my narrative when you start showing yourself the work, showing yourself the proof, not to resonate with anybody else or reinforce anybody else's thought process. When you start doing that stuff for yourself, when it come down, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Well, you should have did this, and you should have did this, and you should have did this. You're not dependent. You can be like, all right, cool, I like that idea. I would take that into consideration. Oh man, if I had a podcast, I would be doing this, this, and this. Then create a podcast. If I was putting together clothing and merchandise, I would do it like this. I can take that information in and use it as I need to use it. If I was trying to build a platform, I do this, this, and this. I try to get here, here, and here. Then start your company. I'm showing the work based on my growth. You're showing your work based on your growth. Based on you wanting to grow, you wanting to excel. Your growth into that inner work is going to be, when people say it's going to be, this is one of the most loneliest aspects. They're not talking about in this aspect of, oh my God, you never gonna find this, this, and this, that longing and wanting. When you're in your path on your journey, it is taking everything internally and realizing that I'm willing to let go of everything so I can start my process. So I can actually write down my works. So I actually can build this space up the way that I want it, the way that I desire it. And that's going to be your key. And one of those major keys is getting into that journey of the inner child. That's this week's episode on the God Hour. Journey to the end. Into Me I See, or the journey. Oh shit! No, all right, go away. Into Me I See, the journey to the inner child. This week's session we're gonna get into the love I lost. Yeah, the love I lost. And 2 other segments in there, so stay tuned for that. This is season 4. You got a lot of different stuff popping off, more live aspects, so stay tuned for that. God.co Alkhemist, LLC.com for the services, from readings to setting up shadow work consultations. And shadow work consultation gets you in there for that shadow therapy so you can grow. To everybody that's doing what they need to be doing, Occult Alchemy, rock yourself. Occult Alchemy is my Occult Alchemy. Got some new joints in the new arrivals. Organized a lot of stuff, put a lot of stuff out. Got some new stuff in there. I want you to be the fucking best. And the way to be the best is to trust the process. And the only way to trust the process is to put in the work. Put in your work and watch the process. Do everything that will exceeds anything that you could ever possibly imagine. That's the key of trusting the process and putting in the work. The accountability, that honesty, that responsibility, all that's in the trusting the process. But that's the work. The work is that honesty. The work is that transparency. That work is taking the accountability and responsibility. That work is being able to have your self-awareness. That work is being able to sit there and be like, start disciplining yourself. That's the work. Trust the process. Because our trust is always greater than our hope. I'll see y'all throughout the week. I love you. We love us. Ashe.